Riverside with the basketball. Maxwell works it underneath. Ball almost stolen by Rogers. Spence will save it for the Panthers and fell to the floor, and he calls timeout. So the Panthers call a timeout. We'll take one with them after telling you the score. Riverside 12, Adamsville 10. Back at T.E. Chisholm. Riverside to work it inbounds. And on the inbounds play, Daniel Gibbs is going to be called for coming over the back. And is whistled for the foul. Brad Freeman into the lineup to replace Daniel Gibbs. Pass comes in for Maxwell. Maxwell out top for Hamilton. Hamilton works it back over for Maxwell. Into the corner for Spence. Spence out to the top of the key for Maxwell. Maxwell hands it over to David Taylor. And Taylor backs it out near half court. Riverside 12, the Cardinals 10. And the Panthers with the basketball. Minute 49 remaining in the first quarter. Spence, pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound fought for. Maxwell will come out with it for the Panthers. Works it over for Spence. Spence turnaround jumper no good. And Maxwell had the ball, and a rebound was taken down by Maxwell, but a foul going to be whistled on Tracy Carter. So Alan Maxwell, a 6'2" senior at the line for the Panthers to shoot a couple. First one is too hard, no good. Maxwell will have one more. Second one up and in. Riverside 13, Cardinals 10. A minute 30 left to go, first quarter. Pass goes in the corner for Brad Freeman. Freeman out top for Luke Rogers. Rogers, long pass across court for Hoover. Hoover works it over for Rogers. He'll shoot for three. Shot no good. Rebound fought for. Hoover out with it. And Hoover with a baseline jumper, no good. Spence coming out with a rebound for the Panthers. Up ahead for David Taylor. And Taylor called for traveling with the basketball. As Taylor losing his balance. And called for traveling with the basketball. Riverside 13, Cardinals 10. Cardinals with the basketball. Hoover across the timeline on the right side for Luke Rogers. Back across court for Hoover. Hoover over to Luke Rogers. Inside for Anthony Brooks, and Brooks off the glass, up and in. I think that's the first time Anthony's touched the ball tonight, Jerry. Riverside with a 1-point lead and the basketball. As they work it in for Jeremy Worthams. Worthams back over for Spence, and Spence lost it off his hip. It'll be a traveling violation against Riverside. Carter working in above Hoover. Hoover on the right side for Luke Rogers. Into the corner for Tracy Carter. Back out top for Brad Freeman. On the left side for Hoover. Hoover out to the top of the key for Rogers. Underneath for Brooks. And Brooks has his shot rejected by Greg Spence. As Spence got part of it. And the Panthers out with the ball. Spence taking it to the hole. Misses the shot. Hamilton with a rebound. And Hamilton called for traveling. Riverside fans wanted a foul. So the ball will belong to the Cardinals. Hoover across the timeline. And at the buzzer, the shot no good. as the first quarter comes to a close. Riverside 13 and Adamsville 12. We'll be back. Riverside will have the basketball to start the second quarter. Pass comes in for Jeremy Wortham. Wortham's picked up out front by Carter. Across the timeline. Long pass underneath for. And the lead loose shot no good. Rogers comes out with it and then trips and falls. Loses the basketball. And the shot rejected by Anthony Brooks. Wortham works it over for Taranto. 15-footer by Riverside, no good. Hoover will save it for the Cardinals. And then throws it down court. And it'll be out of bounds for Riverside. It'll be Riverside to work it inbounds. Pass comes in for John Michael Lee. Lee works it back over for David Taylor. Taylor works it ahead for Lee. Outside for Jeremy Wortham. Wortham's driving the lane. Pull-up jumper is up and good by Jeremy Wortham. Riverside 15, the Cardinals 12. The Cardinals try to work it underneath for Brooks. The ball knocked out of bounds by Taranto. It'll belong to the Cardinals under their own basket. Tracy Carter with a long pass in for Hoover. Hoover will shoot an NBA three. Shot no good. Rebound. Spence saves it, and Wortham comes down with it. Up ahead for John Michael Lee. Lee pull-up jumper off the glass, up and in. 17 to 12. Panthers with a 5-point lead. Cardinals with a basketball. Freeman works it out top for Hoover. Back in the corner for Freeman. Brad Freeman for three. Up and in by Brad Freeman. As Freeman hits a three from the left corner, Cardinals back within two. 17-15. Riverside with the basketball. Wortham's working against Tracy Carter. Works it over to David Taylor. Taylor, nice pass underneath for Lee. Lee is going to be fouled underneath by Anthony Brooks. Walker and Gibbs checking back in for the Cardinals, replacing Tracy Carter and Brad Freeman. And Brad came in, hit a big shot, kept us close here, Jerry. Free throw by John Michael Lee, up and in. (18-15). Panthers with a 3-point lead. Lee for his second attempt. Up and good. And Riverside leading it by 4, 19-15. Number 12, Jackie Stewart, checking in for the Panthers. Cardinals working on the left side for Bubba Hoover. Into the corner for Daniel Gibbs. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Jackie Stewart. It'll belong to the Cardinals. Hoover looking for somebody underneath. Works it out top for Michael Walker. In the corner for Daniel Gibbs. He'll pull up and shoot for three. His shot too hard. Long rebound controlled by the Cardinals. Underneath for Anthony Brooks. Brooks fall away jumper. Up and good. Taylor going to be called for a travel. As Taylor shuffled his feet down the sideline. The ball belongs to the Cardinals. Rogers trying to work it underneath for Anthony Brooks. Has it deflected out of bounds, so it'll be Cardinal ball. Long pass coming in for Hoover. Over to Michael Walker. Into the corner for Luke Rogers. And Rogers with his balance going to be called for traveling. Looked like he got pushed a little there, Jerry.